Good Sunday morning and welcome back. I'm Teddy and you are listening to MessyMocha. So go ahead, grab your cup and let's sip this, we'll just say this Sunday mocha up. I'm back right here for you, my other bears. I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. Did you enjoy last night? You know what? So this morning, I knew maybe a couple of days ago, but I hadn't thought about it with daylight savings time. Yeah, it seems like it's early this year. I mean, spring is right around the corner, but I haven't had to set my clocks for it because some of them I did not set back. So anyway, I'm here with you. Last night, Vicky Black says was great. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we need to do maybe a little bit more like that, where I go through and find something that, maybe I can take a second listen to, or actually like a real first listen to without, being on the panel or whatever. I definitely picked up something from last night. As a matter of fact, I picked up something this morning as I was going through. All right, so let me say this. Have you ever been on X and someone has blocked you? I don't have many blocks, but I didn't before, but I do. I'll just say a few people, have blocked me. Well, I wasn't following them and I wasn't looking at their channel, but they are linked by conversation to someone else. Okay? Again, if you've been on X and you've seen someone post a message and then you can see like responses to the message. Well, if someone on the response, link has blocked you, you will get a message that says, hang on, let me just see if I can pull one up. Okay. Definitely don't want you to see this. Not who's on the link. Who's on the link. But I want you to see what a message would look like. So I'm making a quick copy of it. And definitely want that one not available. Okay, let me make sure that I don't have anything else up. Okay, so look at this. So as I was saying, if you're reading a post by someone and others have responded to their post, okay, you are able to view people's comments or reactions, to a post. Well, this individual had multiple responses. Okay. And this was a part of the response. It says, you're unable to view this post because this account owner limits who can view their post. Okay. So, whoever that is, and I have at least a handful of possibilities. Okay. But it's interesting that this individual also has this response to this person's post came from a 2019 post. So all the way back to 2019 that I've been able to, go back at least that far, because I'm not going to go that far, because this is an individual who has been posting for some time. But it's interesting to learn only this morning that someone has been following or interacting with them since 2019. It may be even before then. But that someone who has been interacting with them has me blocked. So, for example, let's say someone hasn't had you blocked, okay? But then let's say they block you today. Well, if you know of their post, if you can go back and then you see you're unable to view this post, a couple of years back, and under some other suspicious, we'll just say, name. Then what that says is they've been in the loop for a while because they were responding to posts from years ago. Ooh. Didn't I say, and let me just put up my coffee cup. Let's go back here. Didn't I say that I think people have been around for some time? Like people who participate in, we'll just say, a group of folks. And this individual was making a comment around Nicki Minaj. I'll clue you into that. Didn't I say there might just be another angle to this story? There might, and I qualify might, there might be another angle to this story. Now I think not only for the person who had been striking my channel, the Nosy Whole Live videos that were first struck, this would only confirm for me that that multiple people may have also wanted to see those videos taken down. I'm talking about not only Nosy Hole Live, her video when she went down, but the videos that I have that I started releasing portions of Nosy Hole Live video. They didn't want any part of Nosy Hole Live out there, and I didn't know that. Somebody else has an interest in these videos. And I wonder, the person who emailed me, now I'm talking about somebody else. Remember I mentioned there was someone that was emailing me asking me for those nosy whole life videos that I have. And even, let's see, let me play some music. Let me see if I can find one or two lines from their email. All right, so the email, part of the email reads, "Hi, I'm interested in buying the videos of Nosy Whole Live. Let me know the price." They kept on emailing me for a period of time. I said, they're not for sale. Why? Why was there someone who was so interested in those Nosy Whole Life videos when I started releasing them? And then it would only be, hang on, let me look at the date. Oh my goodness. Really? Hang on, guys. Yes, buying. Let's see if I can just show you more. Move this over, because some people probably don't believe me. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let me get it set up before I start moving anything around. Let's cover it all the way up. Now let's see if you can see. You see that L, NHL? It was Nosy Hole Live. Hang on, let's see. See if we can try to do this one more time. Oh, I know what I can do. I can make a copy of another part of the... That's what I'll do. Wait a minute. Here we go. That. And there's something else I want to make a copy of. Let's see. I'm trying to show you the date too without making a copy of their name. Oh, here we go. So, let's see. Got that one. And here. And hang on, I'm just about to turn it. I'll just let you see this all together. Let's see if you can. Oh. Here we go. Yes. So I've never shown this, but I've talked about this because people don't believe me. But I'm sitting on a lot of receipts of, things that I've talked about. But it's interesting. I thought about it this morning and I said, let me go back and see if there's anything. And some of the language that's used in this email, it seems familiar as well. Now, why would someone, let me show you the date too. So you see what they're saying. I pulled up this so you can see the date. Okay. You see the end of the says nosy whole life is the same from the same message. You see the yellow? This came April the 19th, 2022. What was happening in April? What soon followed? Let's throw this back up. April of 2022. April the 19th of 2022. You know, it's interesting that when you look at dates where things happen, like a person makes this video and another person is making this video, and maybe another person is sending an email, and maybe another person is trolling over, you know, but you don't see them as total. You just see them individually. No, the mothership had landed a year before in 2021. 2022, April the 4th and 5th, Tammy the Machine Robertson made her debut. Okay. Then she started going around, whoever this mysterious Tammy the Machine Robertson person is. I don't know if they're like, I'm just saying there was a number of things going on. Okay. Also, people were coming over to my chat and began to challenge me. Yeah. And then only, so that would be the 19th. Less than 10 days, less than 8 days, less than a week later. I would get an DM contact with a challenge, challenging me. What is this I hear? Yeah, I read that. What is this I hear about you? Saying things about me. I'm like, what is this? What are you talking about? This would be before the fallout, at least that I knew. And I hadn't communicated with this individual for some time, not on a DM. No. And I couldn't understand. I could not understand why the anger or the tone was coming across to me like that. Because I had never had any exchange where the tone was like that on a DM with them. And it was as if the script was flipped. So that was going on too. Also, what was going on in April, it was the creation. Let's see, hang on. I want to get the exact date. More coffee. Here's mellow green. All right. So it was also around that same time in 2022 that a targeted campaign began against my medical license. April, beginning of May. And I would not learn about that until later in the year. There were website that was created with my name and pictures posted. There was it was slanderous. It was defamation for sure, accusing me of being sued by a patient, malpractice. There was a website, there was a Twitter account that was created with the same name, Unhinged Medical. There was a YouTube page created, the same thing. I didn't know this person has been doing things for a long time around my medical license and targeting me in a way that only something that I would have or know they wanted to, make sure that I would feel it. Because I just recently learned, and I'll get a hold of these documents, but I just recently learned that last year, in 1 year period, I've mentioned this, at least 10 contacts have been made with the Michigan Medical Licensing Board. This has been something they've wanted. But why? I think it's definitely tied to these videos. It only supports it more that me bringing out those videos, because I can't think of anything else. They were the target. I didn't know, and they were also. Yeah, this is scandalous. Yeah, it is, because I just learned. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that more than 10 contacts had been made. Right here in Michigan, in Lansing. I kind of was taken aback. Really? They've tried more than 10 times in 1 year? And they keep on and on? They really, 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 really want my medical license. Why? Because it's going to hit my pocketbook. They don't even want me to be able to earn any income now. It doesn't matter your age. Not really. I'm not. Yeah, I'm a senior, but that doesn't mean I can't still practice medicine. And it should, and it is obvious. Also, this campaign, others are involved in it. Let me remove that. I wonder who sent that email. I wonder who's on the email or the X account, formerly Twitter, who message I can't see from 2019. Post. I think some folks have been around. I think some folks have been around. There's another angle to this story. And I'm not making it up either. Somebody connected to her wanted Nosy Hole Live taken down too. Somebody I have never mentioned. They were invested in it. Remember when we've had like panel discussions? And let me just use this as a for example person, because I didn't have that many people last year and the year before that I was even like bringing up on my panel. I had just started bringing people onto my panel in 2023 when that, when I released the video, released the interrogation, and started talking about love triangle. Okay? And the first person that came up on my platform, it was so debonair. He was the very first person that I allowed up live. He was in my, So, for example, this is just for example. This is nothing more than that. I believe it was Midwest Mama, who, when we were talking about Nosy Hole Live and I was showing some of her videos and just, kind of strategizing, thinking, we were just having a conversation about another angle, because I was focused on one angle. And I think it was Midwest Mama who may have introduced another angle that she had thought about. That there was a group of women, of either content creators or followers of Nosy Hole Live, that wanted to see her, that were taken down, or they had, an axe to grind. So I'll just say it like that. Does anybody remember that? That theory that either was floated out there, maybe I'm, I know if I went back, through my lives, I could find it, whoever said it, but it seems that it was like, take another look at that. Teddy, take another look, because you're focused over here when maybe you should be taking a look at this too. There were other people that were interested in seeing Nosy Whole Life, either channel, bag, be taken, just something like that. And seeing if this is part of, in their own words, part of a layers kind of thing, that I wonder if any of those layers, and remember what Cup said on her video, because I hadn't really thought about it. She referred back to these layers, that things can change hands, AdSense, accounts, things that are created can be, set up for someone else in advance. We don't know, or could be transferred. Somebody else was not happy about me having those videos, and not happy about me releasing the videos. And I wonder if that person signaled to someone. I'm just thinking out loud. I wonder. Like, they're behind the scenes. Like, far behind the scenes. Like somebody I had never considered, thought about. But they too had an interest. In either supporting the idea, I'll just say, in supporting the idea, they would support it. That they wouldn't have wanted to see anything during that period, because Nosy Whole Life is live now. But anything during that period that was removed, they wouldn't want to see any of that resurface. So then, who was this mysterious person who reached out to me and actually offered, like, what's your price? Were they trying to trap me? Were they trying to buy me? They were certainly wanted those videos. And I wonder why they kept coming back and like pressing. Like, I want those videos. Like what I showed you, like, What is the... Let me throw it back up for people. Hang on. You know, how much of the videos or whatever. Like their interest. I never said that they were for sale. Let me know the price. I never said they were for sale. They wanted all of the videos, my collection. Hang on for a second. That's a pretty good response. They would have taken the videos as their own and strike you. Later in the summer, all of those Nosy Whole Life videos were struck. You know, the ones that I was releasing, not, bits and pieces. Why didn't they just strike? Why didn't they just strike something else? As the first attack. Yeah, I get it, as their own. Yes, Vicky. And yes, I can talk about it because this is something new that I have never shown. And yes, I said, I would periodically. I'm not talking about. You know what? It's my platform. And do I have the right to talk about whatever I want, when I want? And decide, if I come across something that I want my audience to know about, that I'm coming across, to kick it around and see if I can, what I'm thinking about makes sense. Yeah. People that don't want to watch, go watch. There's plenty of people talking about Jaguar. There's plenty of people talking about Angie Stone. No, I'm just a little, I got a handful of people that might be interested. God rest her soul. There's a lot of folks talking about Angie Stone, a lot of readers I've seen coming up in my feed for some reason. But I wonder how that ties in to the person who also reached out to me. They had an interest too. And there were there were several people, absolutely. When that idea was floated, think about subscribers to Nosy Whole Live or followers or whatever, who would have an axe to grind before the mothership landed. All right? And who could have, interestingly enough, linked up with the mothership once it landed. How does that happen? I mean, how did suddenly, and I still say this, someone appears the very first week and they have thousands of views. Someone new. There were other content creators talking about Nosy Whole Live that had been around. But someone who's suddenly going to clean up the streets. You mean the word spread that quickly within 7 days? I think somebody has already a lot of followers getting the message out. What y'all think? Either that or somebody mentioned just recently, somebody can, people can buy views too and make it seem like they've got a lot of people watching. And what happens when that happens, then more people are going to want to watch because they think that you got something really interesting that other people want to hear. I'm sure everybody would follow that, right? Let's throw this coffee cup back up. I'm just seeing another angle to this story. And as I said, you just never know who might know someone who knows someone who could be involved in, I don't know, that you wouldn't even be thinking about. That you would not have, that I would not have even given a second thought. Because there's still some things that are coming out that I didn't even know about. people might not think there's still some things new I'm learning about that have happened that I didn't know about. And now I'm beginning to think that, one person cannot do this. Can they do all of this by themselves? Can they be in multiple locations doing all of these things by themselves if they didn't have helpers? Remember the famous line that they said in the beginning? It's solo dolo. Why did they emphasize that? I'm solo dolo. That was the furthest thing from the truth. And this is relating to something else that I'm thinking about only recently. And again, this could it could open up a real possibility. What's this? Bragging. Yeah, when they were saying solo dolo. How is it possible? And I still say, how is it possible that all of these people that were supposed to be on, none of them know each other, but then they all come together at the same time for the same purpose? Is it because, one person over there, says, oh, we all have this common interest, let's get together? Certain people aren't going to be getting together unless there's some type of previous, I think, relationship handoff so they can trust. And they can also say, you over there, you do this, and I need you to go over there and pay attention to this or that. And then bring the information back up through the chain and it goes up. Yeah. Because that's how it's done in life. That's how it's done in business. That's why they have managers under other managers. By the time you get to the, if it's a big corporation, the person at the top of the corporation, they're not down there in the trenches. There's layers, right? Levels. You can call them layers, levels, whatever. There's levels. And each person that manages, typically it's a small group. So let's say 7 to 8 people. And then you have several managers that manage 7 to 8 people and so forth and so on. And it goes up. And it gets funneled up through the levels or the layers. Because you can't, how can one person keep their eye on that many people? How? it's not possible. Not at the same time. Mm-mm. No. And that's why, yeah, that's why there are others. I wonder. I wonder. And maybe that's something to think about. This other angle. Who else had an axe to grind that would later link up with them? Would they have known them before they arrived? Would they have known any of the other content creators and have relationships with the content creators on this platform? Remember what Cups said in that video? I was around in 2020, but I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know, but I can see when certain people were coming through and what was being talked about and what was the soup of the day, It was, there were a lot of new content creators that, now have gone on to be a lot, bigger. And why I would not have followed behind them, because my numbers were climbing at the same time. And then, boom. Something else is yes, a lot of moving parts, things that I didn't even consider. I'm not going to get caught up in the weeds. Right now I'm, over here. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't, when the ideas were kind of floated, I said that, I got to stay focused. I'm over here. I'm thinking about this. Well, everybody else can be doing this, and that. There's always possibilities, right? Also, remember what Cup said in her video. Could be someone who is considered like family as another possibility. Because I'm focused, y'all know what. But I've also said there's a link. And it's personal. Nobody goes this hard, have gone this hard. As recent, maybe some of y'all don't know, as recent as to reach out to somebody in Texas about me. I got another phone call the other day. And it was, when I looked at my phone, It was a 214 area code. I was in my car driving, so my phone is right there. So I can see when the phone is ringing. Or, the number. Right? And so I'm driving along and I see this, call from a number that I don't recognize. But I'm really busy right now doing a lot of different things. So I might answer my phone right now a little bit more than I have in the past for numbers that I'm not familiar with. And so I reached to, grab the phone, and when you're driving, your phone can fall like off the seat, And I'm not going to be reaching across, the floor while I'm driving to answer the phone. But I had clicked to answer it, and it's on the floor. Clicked to at least, the green hit it. And so I didn't say anything. But the person called my name. It was a woman. She called my name once. They were calling from Texas. And I didn't answer. And then she said my name again, and then she's waiting for me to respond. And then I heard click. And when I went to search that number, it was one of those, first of all, someone who had never called my phone before. One of those kind of spam, I guess, numbers or, numbers that you want to be cautious about. So that was curious. There seems to be a few things that I just find odd. Just odd. Somebody is surfing for information. Somebody wants to is trying to reach out and touch somebody. And they're either fishing for information, trying to see if they can stumble upon something, I think. Who would put in effort if it didn't mean anything? There's definitely a link. There's definitely a link. There's a Texas link. There is an Indiana link. There is, I definitely believe Louisiana link. There might even be a link in Florida. I'm going to throw that out there. Somebody who has reason to have been in Florida. I just, this is a big country. I just wonder, how do so many people move around and do things? I guess with technology, it's really easy. Yeah, you can be wherever you want to be, right? At any moment. It could be like a dummy, number from calling from any city that you want to be, and any voice that you want to be to, and any person that you want to be. Did I ever tell you, and I'm going to wrap this up, it's 1 o'clock. Did I ever tell you that when a call was made on one of my family members to the police, that in the recording that I've heard, they said their name was Elizabeth. Now this is let's see, where did that go? 23. Yeah, it would have come before I introduced the interrogation, even talked about Daniel Elizabeth. This individual used the name Elizabeth. It was yeah, that is correct, because I used it as one of my mystery clues. Elizabeth. Like the Queen Elizabeth. All same person, I think. Yes, Elizabeth. Yeah, they told the officer Elizabeth this time. The voice was different, from the one that we're familiar with online here. It was not like, I'll say it was unlike their voice. But it was a woman's voice. It was a woman who was calling into the police. And it was a woman who was familiar with, the same kind of information. Remember the first call? They could rattle off this, they could rattle off that, they could tell you license plate number, house address, phone numbers, personal identifying information, in order to get the police to make a check. They sound like somebody that knows, so the police, so it's believable. So absolutely, this person has access to information easily, readily. Contact information. Yeah, Elizabeth. I've never played that tape for you either, have I? 5 contacts, guys. 5 contacts to police stations, okay? Other contacts dialing family members directly on their cell phone. How do they get that information? No call to rule out. And even if it's not that individual, and I haven't said it, is just rule it out. But I think they can't do it because, and have never done it, because there would be a link somewhere. It has to be there. They can't do it. If you were listening to one of Kimmy's videos, and I haven't listened to a lot of her videos, but something recently she was on, I'll say in the last week, maybe, I can't remember, but not too long ago. It wasn't like the last 2 videos or so, but it was something recent. And I was driving and I was listening in the background, for a few minutes. But this one, when I heard her say that, and I'll put it in my words, that, the same person who's the common denominator had reached out to that family, I had to pull over and inquire. And I said something like, "That's new. I didn't know that." And it's like, when? In my mind. Because unless I missed it, that would have been played and I would have been able to hear it. And I think she was like, maybe that's something. I don't know. I couldn't be sure. Because I don't think I got a response, to that. But trust me, if she were to reach out to the family, don't you think that I would have heard about it, directly by now? So I'm not certain. She could have said, "I've reached out to the family." That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean anything. Let's see evidence. What's your proof? Because I want to see it. Rule it out. Yeah. And let's see if we can rule out. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we can rule out a reason why this other person wouldn't have anything to do with it. Yeah. Because remember, I told you, I keep saying, Daniel Elizabeth has family in Indiana. What does that family in Indiana look like? I don't know. Not all, but she's got family in Indiana. Whether it's, distant in halves or whatever. That family kind of, maybe is spread out. Wonder, could somebody else, be the person who came for vengeance, because of someone they loved. It's definitely, she said it was basically in a response to someone when Monique Tober was being interviewed. Someone put in a post. Said something like, what was it like? You see, I want to show this stuff, but y'all know what happens. Sunday, it's 1:10. I got a lot of work to do. How about you? What are you going to do for Sunday afternoon? I got some work in, and then I have some, other things that I want to get done before tomorrow. Sometimes I come on and I talk just like this because I want to. But now it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, I've been on a little bit longer than I had planned on. Biggest spirit hugs go out to all the grizzlies, the honey bears. You can reach me by email at UNWINEWITHTEDDY@gmail. Yep. And I've checked my email and I'm good. Will I come back later? I said that yeah. And I should be able to wrap up that bedtime story tonight, too. Probably take less than 10 minutes. Yeah. Let's put an end to that one, and let's see what else is I want to talk about. Could be something totally different. All right, so nothing ever changes. That's the name of this song. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great Sunday.